Hello, everyone. I'm Lobby Clint. Welcome to Late Night Meditation. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. So, hello again, everyone. Hi, Vivi. Hello, Mom. Hi, Eric. Hello, iPhone. And those on YouTube, hello, Julie, Hakuzo, and Jade, as well as everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook, I am streaming to several pages at once. If you don't see my face in the top corner, very likely I can't see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply, as many of you already know. So, hello again, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. And of course, I hope you're all doing your homework too. Hello, Ching. Thanks for joining in. So, of course, remember the homework is whatever you're doing, have relaxation and awareness. It's a great way to help you practice meditation outside the meditation hall. Because, of course, to meditate, it's a practice in the meditation hall first, right? But we can use that practice in our daily lives. That's why we practice it throughout the day, having that balance of relaxation and awareness. Hello, Daria. Thanks for joining in. So, as today is Monday, Monday is our Meditation 101 day. So pretty much, it's great for those who are brand new to meditation or here for a review. And of course, always good for daily practice anyway. So, is anyone brand new to meditation today? If you're watching the recording, type in 123. For anyone, or even if you're here live, you can also type 123 to let me know you're brand new. It's just a way so that I can give you all the steps if you need it. Otherwise, it'll be a level 2, where it's nice and easy, not too much long silence. Because every time that we meditate together, it's always about practicing to allow your mind to calm down, to quiet down. And this practice doesn't need to be forceful. You don't have to push or pull in any way. It's more so a mini vacation. It should never feel like work. So, as we practice together, take your time, take it easy, remembering that the first step is relaxation. Allow your body to feel comfortable. So, in other words, sit comfortably. There are many meditation positions, poses, and postures. Use what works for you. Okay? Like, if you like to sit on the floor, go for it. If sitting on the floor is too uncomfortable, it's okay. Adjust to a chair, lean on a wall, even sit on your couch, your bed, whatever feels right for you. Okay? Plus, we're doing this online together. The only one having the camera on is me. So don't worry about how you look. Just be comfortable first. And then the next thing is having our awareness or focus. It's a way of helping our mind stay with just one thing rather than everything. So, as we know, our mind loves to wander, goes from one thing to the next very often, very frequently. What we do is practice to bring it down to just one thing. Little by little, it becomes more comfortable to stay there. Your meditation object or image can be anything. It doesn't need to be religious, it doesn't need to be spiritual. It can be simple and fun. When I meditate with children, I tell them to think of a scoop of their favorite ice cream. It's easy, it's simple, even a little fun. For the kids, sometimes they say, Lumpy, I can taste it. So understand that that is something that can happen. Allow yourself to have that childlike innocence. Don't try to make something happen. We all know the benefits of meditation. It's like, release stress, relax this and that. But remember, in order to gain the benefits, we must do it properly. Not to force, not to push. It's us learning how to slow down. At first, we need to do it physically because we're so used to our body. We have trained our body well. Most of our lifetime, we've been training our body. That's why we're able to sit still when we need to. Why we are able to hold in our need to use the restroom instead of just going everywhere we are. So we've trained our body quite well over the years, but we haven't had time to train the mind. That's why we start with allowing our body to feel comfortable, to slow down, to rest. Then our mind will start to follow. beginning to slow down and start to let go little by little. So, as we practice, remember to take your time, take it slow, take it easy. You don't have to be a master in one session, okay? I've been meditating for over 25 years. I don't consider myself a master. I think of me as a guide helping you out, and we're all working on it together. So that's why I had this session. It's a way of us practicing together. So, is everyone ready for some meditation? Okay, then let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Take in a few more deep breaths, as this is the natural and easy way to relax. And once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. And before we continue, remember to let go of all your expectations. Whatever you think or know is supposed to happen, forget about it. Let yourself feel as innocent as a child. No worries, no regrets, no responsibilities. Just innocent and free. Not a care in the world. We're all just relaxing with our friends. And to add to our relaxation, let us do a body scan, relaxing from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. And take your time, no rush, allowing every muscle in your body to release and relax. And take your time, no rush, relaxing the muscles in your face, relaxing your neck, your shoulders, allowing them to feel light and loose, nice and comfortable. And relaxing your shoulders, your arms, down to the tips of your fingers. Letting your arms feel light, loose, and comfortable. Then relaxing your chest, your abdomen, and your back. Slowly going down your back, one vertebra at a time. Feel like you are getting a massage, releasing, relieving, and relaxing all the muscles in your back, letting it loosen and lighten, being completely relaxed. And allow that relaxation to flow down to your legs. Let it trickle down from one muscle to the next, releasing and relaxing down to the tips of your toes. And just feel your entire body completely relaxed, completely comfortable, feeling like you can sit like this forever, or for as long as you'd like. As we know, the first step is relaxation, allowing our body to feel comfortable and relaxed. But if you still have any discomfort, or even later on in the session, if you have discomfort, feel free to adjust. It's okay to move. Making those adjustments is actually part of the meditation. We're learning and finding our perfect position. And those adjustments, even as minor as they can be the difference between enduring and enjoying. And like I said in the beginning, meditation is a mini vacation. It should never feel like work. So if it starts to feel like work, start your vacation. Take your time. Allow your body and mind to release and relax. Relaxation is a very important first step. It's not being lazy. It's not a waste of time. It's really us preparing our body so we can sit longer, long enough for us to begin to feel peace. If you try to endure or force yourself, what happens is the discomfort starts to take over. All you feel is discomfort. You're unable to find any peace. In some techniques, they tell you to push through the pain. It's true you could if you wanted to, but I don't recommend it. It unintentionally causes a bad habit. a bad habit of forcing rather than allowing. When you're too forceful, or really forcing at all, we end up causing ourselves to create a wall, unable to move forward, because the meditation, it needs to go naturally, relaxingly. Our master, realizing that we're all doing this, he reminded us all to relax first. And relaxation doesn't mean so relaxed that you simply fall asleep every time. Not quite that much. That's too much relaxation. But he told us to first allow our body to feel comfortable. Or really, the proper term is contentment. That feeling of, okay, comfortable enough. So as long as you feel okay, great, allow yourself to go forward. But if you feel less than okay, please make adjustments. Allow our standard of feeling to feel okay. No lower than okay. It's also a nice rule of thumb. As long as you still feel comfortable, you still feel okay, you're going the right direction. If you start to feel not so okay, slowly adjust and bring ourselves back to that okay state. Because we're all starting off practicing together. You don't have to be a master. You don't have to be perfect. We're all practicing, just doing our best to begin to calm down, to slow down. But even those times when our mind begins to be calm, our mind may still begin to wander, because it's the nature of the mind. It loves to think, it loves to wander. So what we do is just gently bring it back. You don't need to be frustrated or annoyed with yourself. Don't have that thought of, you know better. When we look in the mirror, we see an adult, but our mind is more like a child, more like a toddler actually. Very curious and wanders all over the place. But our job is to just bring our baby back to the safe spot where we want our mind to be, our meditation object or center. Be forgiving, be caring to your mind. It's still part of you. Little by little, your mind will slow down. It will find some peace, some calm. And at first, it's very, very short, maybe a split second. Later on, it happens more often, maybe a split second, 2 or 3 times. Later, maybe you get a full second. and a full second a few times, until eventually you have moments, and little by little it adds up. Don't look down on your progress. It takes time to calm the mind. And what's interesting is, in the time that it's calm, time tends to fly, goes by quite quickly. If your balance is just perfect, sometimes a full hour can feel like 5 minutes. Just like when you're doing an activity you really enjoy, time just flies away. You don't realize it. And it's okay. This is what happens in the beginning. Don't feel like you're doing it wrong because you were unaware of the time that flew by. We are practicing. And the first bit of practice we're doing is finding our balance. The balance of relaxation and awareness. Not to push, not to pull, but to allow ourselves to balance just right. And once we got the balance just right, we do our best to sustain it, to stay there at that balanced state, calm, clear, and relaxed. So use the mantra, use your object. They are wonderful tools to help bring our mind back. Whether you use Sammaraham or any word or phrase that you like, let it come from within, like it's calling you back, calling your mind back home. Now, let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean, and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our bodies, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from you, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city, filling the state or province, filling the country and the surrounding country, until filling the entire world and out throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sappe Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jenarakam Bantami Sapaso Sapabuddhanupavena Sapadhammanupavena Sapasankhanupavena Sattha Soti Bhagwantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths Do a little stretch if you'd like as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? Take a moment to notice how you feel right now, now that we finished the meditation, and compare it to when we just started. And as you're a regular meditator, compare it to other sessions. See what you're doing. Why we do this is because each time we meditate, it's either a good session or an almost good session. There are no bad sessions, and they always allow to help you to see what works and what doesn't work. Those who follow me know I say this every single time. That's how important it is to remember to do this. Because if you don't take the time to notice, you're not going to be able to continue to get better. But at first, you won't notice everything. That's okay. Little by little, you'll start to notice the little things. How you sit, the posture you have, or even how you visualize your object, how you breathe even. The little things start to pick up. You start to notice more. And it helps you see, oh, when I do it this way, I tend to meditate better. I tend to find my peace easier. Or when I do it this way, it seems more challenging. It seems more difficult. So you'll start to see what works and what doesn't work. So I hope you all keep up your practice and take that time to notice. And of course, as we're all practicing and starting off, and you're starting to practice on your own, when you start to practice on your own, one thing to remember is quality over quantity. Okay? This is a very important one, because when you meditate with me or with us together as a group, you might get to the session and go, not bad. I felt okay. By the way, if you were here from the beginning, we meditated for about 35 minutes. So good job if it's your first time. And then notice if it felt like that or not. For regular meditators, we're gonna be like, that's way too short. And that's okay. Okay. As it's a way of gauging to see how you're doing. But you can still get a good meditation even in a short time. When you start practicing on your own, you'll notice, okay, meditate for a bit. Okay, feels like how much we did last time. You open your eyes, 5 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes. It felt like a very long time. That's okay, all right? It's very different when you sit alone and when you sit with a group, even if we're online together, okay? So that's why quality over quantity. Little by little, when the quality starts to increase, you'll want to add more time naturally, okay? So before we go into questions and comments, also I'd like to say hi to people. Hello, Zyra. Hello, Simon. Thanks for joining in here on Zoom. Also, hello, Josh on YouTube and Andrew on Facebook. Okay, so for today, I wanted to share some little words of wisdom. And this one is actually great for how to bring overall good habits that we should all have that will bring happiness to us. So, starting off, number 1, have affection for Bun and inner peace. So remember this word Bun? It's merit or goodness. 2, abstain from using harsh or bad language. Okay, so let's be aware of what we say. Our words matter. Okay? Then to be happier to give than to receive. What it's really saying is you're more inclined to want to give rather than thinking, I need to get something for me. Okay? And then 4, associate with those who are wise. This one can also be called looking for good teachers, good friends, good advisors. Okay? This is all some wisdom that from my master. He says that if we do these 4 things, it's a good habit to have in daily life. This is a picture of my master. So if we can have some affection for doing goodness, more good things will come to us. We'll have inner peace. If we stay away from speaking harshly or using bad language, that negativity will not be coming out of us, or at least we're not going to spread it out to other people. Trying to be happier to give than receive, as in we're happy to want to do more help when we can. Okay? Now, of course, it's great to give if you can, but if you don't have, it's okay. Give your time and energy. That's plenty. Okay? And of course, associate with those who are wise, like meeting up here together. All of you, we're all. Uh, I don't consider myself all that wise, but I'm very glad I get to share wise words I've learned to share with you all. And then, when we work together, we can find that peace together. That's why we join. That's why we come together to recharge and share. So I hope you all practice these four. It can be quite helpful in starting to move more toward positivity. And of course, positivity doesn't mean everything's butterflies and rainbows, okay? It's just we're looking for the positive to help lift us up so we have the encouragement and energy to push forward and do what we need to do, okay? So now I open the floor to you all. If anyone has any questions or wonders, if you're here on Zoom, you can turn on your mic if you like. As I see a question already on YouTube, thank you, Hakuzo, as always. Our first question, he's asking, how can someone learn to feel better about themselves and not look at their own flaws? Okay, actually, it's in order to look at yourself better, you also have to see your flaws. Now, let me explain why this is. In order to see yourself, you have to have clarity of yourself. This is why our master, our master nun, Kunyai, she would teach us, saying that why is it that why is she such a good teacher? She said, because I understand myself. I understand myself, my mind, how it is. When I understand myself very clearly, I understand others. Why is that? Because when your mind is clean and clear, it's like a pond. If the water is clean and clear, you see the fish, you see the shrimp, you see whatever's in there. You can see the treasures, you can see the dangers, you can see the good and the bad in the water clearly. But if the water is clouded, dirty, murky, you can't see how deep it is. You can't see if there's fish, if there's something dangerous in there. You can't see if there's treasure there. You don't see the good or the bad, right? So in order to start to look for the good, we can't help but see the bad. It's just human nature. Human nature looks for the bad. It's actually evolutionarily, it's for survival. Nowadays, we don't need to survive in that way. Now we're just kind of negative about a lot of things. So instead, changing that mindset to, yes, I see that, but let's start to look for the good. This is why it's good to start to look for some good things in our life. It can start off very mundane, very, very superficial. Like, for example, let's say you start off, you wake up in the day, oh, look, the sun's up. All right, good day. The sun has come up. All right, it's a start. Maybe the next day, you're like, okay, trying to find a new thing every day. Oh, the flowers are pretty right here. You see something nice. Next day, oh, I like the sky. It has some clouds. Next day, there's no clouds. I like the sky. There's no clouds. You start to look for something little, something kind of, you can even start off kind of silly. It's just to help kind of bring a little smile for yourself. Little by little, instead of looking outward, you'll start to go back toward yourself. You'll go from way outside to, oh, I like how I organize my room right here. Or maybe I don't like it. Because I don't like it, I should adjust it, make it better, right? Then you start to work on yourself. Then you'll start to see, I have a pretty nice smile. I should smile more often, right? Little by little, you start to see more little good things that we do. But if we allow ourselves to keep looking at the negative, it's very difficult to find anything positive. So that's why it starts small. Start small, little by little. It doesn't even have to be about yourself yet. It can start out with those around you, things around you first, things that you do like. Little by little, you'll start to see, or even good qualities in others. Start off with that is another one. Because when you start to see good qualities in others, you'll start to notice, hey, I have that quality also. Or I can work on trying to get that quality also and start to adjust. All right? So little by little, it's making that habit of making that mind adjustment to start to look for the positive. And it will definitely help. Okay. Oh, hello, Simon. I saw you there. I think I forgot to say hi. And so have another question here. Vivi has a question. It says, how may I handle negative doctor? She is toxic. Okay. Well, toxic people in general, not so great. But because we have to deal with people always, whether they're toxic or not, people within our family or not, we'll always meet someone. So one thing we have to do is relearn or really practice to bring our calm, to be centered as best we can. This is why I always tell you to do the homework, have relaxation and awareness in everything we do. It's a way of helping us practice get that balance in daily life. And as it starts to become very normal for us to do that, we'll start to, instead of trying to be balanced relaxation and awareness, it'll become just center. You'll become more centered more often. Our master tells us we should center or try to remember to center ourselves 1 minute every hour of the day. It's a way to help practice doing it more often. But if we start doing it more often, you start to do it without waiting for an hour. You start doing it throughout the hour, throughout the day. But it's all about practice. When our mind is centered, no matter how negative someone is, it will not affect you as much. Example, myself. I actually shared this with someone yesterday because a couple weeks back, I was very stressed. Something came up and it's a lot of things going on. And I'm normally a very calm, very happy guy, as you see me here online. This is my normal state. But when I had so much going on at once, yeah, I have a limit too. I'm human. So many things, so many big problems happened one after the other, one after the other. And then it just got to the limit where it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. And then it was our followers that were here. They all had their great ideas of how to fix it, but no one's doing it. They're all telling me to do it. So I'm just like boiling. Calm down, samarang. And I had to walk away and try my best to not explode, because exploding is not very beneficial for anyone. Okay, so at that moment, I was unable to think very clearly. I'm glad another monk was able to step in, and I said, "Hey, can you help me out? I'm not myself." And he could tell because he knows that I'm usually very, very calm, level-headed. So he helps sort out a little bit, and I just kind of took some time to release. This is kind of thing. Even if you practice, understand there will be times like this where you just go over your current limit, and then it's up to you to catch yourself and be able to get away in time, or at least do your best not to unintentionally explode or release onto them, or worse, onto someone who had nothing to do with it, which we tend to do. Like getting mad at your family when you had problems at work. This is sadly a very normal thing that happens. We end up venting and letting it out on people we love because we feel comfortable. Sadly, they had nothing to do with your stress, and then we ended up bringing our stress onto them. Not so good. If you realize you're doing this, start to practice. Try to catch yourself before that. Kind of let it out in the car or before you get inside. That way you come back home and just bring in your peaceful, happy home feeling. Okay? So that's what I recommend is first, you have to have your peace, your calm first. When you have your calm, or at least you know you're going to have to see them, bring in that peaceful energy and let it just fill your body. It's like we're going to war. When you're not calm, it's like you're going out naked, no armor. So when we calm ourselves first, you're putting up your shield. Okay, I'm ready to go. And then do what we can. Okay? And yes, loving kindness is very good. It's a next step. Most people cannot give loving kindness to people they don't like. Notice the wording I use when we do loving kindness. Share to those who you know and those you don't know. Notice how I say that. I say the people you know and those you don't know. I don't ask you to think about the people you like or dislike. The actual words are to your friends and your enemies. That's the actual wording. I don't use that wording because it ends up giving us some more. I don't want to give it to that person. So I want to help you release and just give to everyone. But that's why we practice. Okay? Very, very good question. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions or wonders? Oh, thank you, Simon. Any other questions or wonders tonight? Also, a reminder for those who may come after, I have a new schedule. The schedule is, same days and times, Monday, Wednesday, Friday as usual, but now Mondays are Meditation 101, Wednesdays are Wisdom Wednesday, so we'll meditate and then a wisdom talk, and then Fridays, long silence as usual. So that way you guys know exactly what's going to happen Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and easily go back to any day you'd like to revisit to rewatch. So, and of course I'm still doing Saturdays, except this Saturday, because this Saturday I will be in New Jersey doing a 1-day retreat. And unfortunately, I won't be able to lead our online class. And sadly, I couldn't find someone else to lead either. So, so this Saturday, no online session, but you can join in anyway. You might just enjoy hanging out with someone. um, oh, so here's the schedule Saturday, if you can see it. If not, I'll. For Saturdays, it's usually this here, not that. Oh, things all messed up. Here we go. So here is our usual Saturday class. Is 5 p.m. Eastern. This same Zoom room, as I'm always here or I'm usually always here. Just like I said, just this Saturday, unfortunately, I won't be able to lead this session. So I hope you all keep up your practice as always. So any other last minute questions or wonders? Also, if you do have questions and you're just shy to ask here, feel free to, you can also, what do you call, scan this QR code and contact me various ways, different social medias, or email me if you'd like. You'll also notice I have 2 phone numbers. One is Canada, one's US. Either is fine. They both work. Although calling might not work so well because depending on time zone and what I'm doing. But I'll always reply as always. Okay. Oh, Simon's asked, what was your Friday topic? Oh, yes. So Monday is Meditation 101. So this is great. Monday is great for brand new members or people who just want to review. So it's not too long. Wednesday is a wisdom talk. So I'll have a wisdom talk. I'll start to have a better poster next month. I'm a little busy before I can have the topic prepared, or at least on the card. And then Fridays are long silence. So on Fridays we meditate longer. And last week we got to do a full hour session. That was the first time for late night. We'll continue to adjust. If you'd like longer, let me know. We'll try to do it longer. And little by little, we'll start to adjust as we go. Okay. For Saturdays, our class is more a get together to meditate together. It's a general class, so it works for people who are brand new, as well as for those who are regular meditators. And we'll have a short topic just like today, where it's like a mini wisdom talk or a mini quote to talk about. As I like to make it nice and short, sweet, but good to come together and meditate. Although if you are interested in a wisdom talk, about 2 hours before that, Europe has a session. I believe it's at, I want to say 2 p.m. Eastern. It's a different Zoom room. We'll have to connect after. I don't remember the information. But yeah. So there's always those. And they have it every Saturday. Okay. Then if no other questions for now, okay. I'd like to give you all a blessing before we go. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling and let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, see you guys next time. And for those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you'd like to chat. Take care, everyone.